What up, Face Beezy? um, so I guess I'm gonna let y'all in on like shit that's been going on and stuff. So, cause like some people know and some people don't, and so I thought it'd be nice to let everybody know. So, first off, me and my ex, cause I know everybody want to know about this. Well, not everybody, but everybody that like pay attention to me and shit. Um, so yeah, I'll take it out from the beginning. I met this girl like 5 years ago, something like that. And I had just moved to Queen Creek because like my cousins Theo and Mike, y'all know a lot. They moved out here, and I was living out in Avondale and shit. So they were like, "Hey, come move out here." So I came out. So he called me Fresh Prince because like my cousins told me to come out, you know. But you know, what the fuck am I talking about? Anyways, let's go. Uh, so I remember the first moment I met my ex. She was actually kissing another dude. That's funny, right? It was my friend. Well, we're acquaintances now because I don't really talk to nobody from Queen Creek anymore. But there's this dude, Mike. I remember it was last hour or whatever. We were heading to the buses or whatever. And I saw this fine chick kissing this ugly, dark, ugly dude. And from that moment, I was like, man, you know, I want that chick. And she was a freshman at the time, and I think I was a junior. So that was the first moment. I didn't talk to her, like, you know, at all for like 2 or 3 years. Like, I tried to talk to her. It's funny. I tried to talk to her on Facebook a couple times. And you know what? She ain't never hit me back. No, it was actually MySpace. It was MySpace. Yeah, I hit her. I used to have the messages when I still had MySpace. And I had the messages when I would try and talk to her and she never responded. But I think I had graduated like 2 years ago and she was a senior. And we actually started talking on MySpace. Like, I don't know what changed, but I think at the time she was having boyfriends and stuff, and she was a faithful chick. And so we started talking or whatever, and so we started going together. We had ups and downs just like everybody else. And we were together for 3 years on and off or whatever. And we would break up like probably every 6 months or something like that. Over probably some dumb shit I believe I was doing, because like you never know what you have until you lose it type of shit. It's true. And nobody ever gonna learn it because they all gotta go through it first. But yeah, so I had moved out to my own apartment and stuff, and you know she was staying over and shit like that, and you know we kept getting closer and closer. Like, I took my first trip out of a state, like, with her. Like, that was my first experience. I took her to Disneyland 2 or 3 times that I paid for. And, like, it's crazy, though. We went out there for my birthday, and she was on her period, right? So, like, and we didn't find out until, like, you know, we landed, and it was, like, I don't know, midnight or something. And she didn't bring no, y'all know what I'm talking about, she didn't bring none of those. And so, you know, I ain't got no car out in Orange County, so, and there's no shuttles or whatever that just take you to the store or something. So I didn't know where I was at. But I told her I would be back with something, and I ran probably like a mile down the street to go buy her tampons. Like, if that ain't love, I don't know what the fuck that is. But like, I would do stuff like that for her all the time, like flowers and all that kind of stuff. Like, I for real, like, I was raised by a girl, so like that's probably why like I'm real sensitive and shit. But whatever, you know. My dad fucked up. He's in jail. I think he's still in jail now. But like I stay. That's probably why I'm so real. Is because like, you know, I want everybody to know me. Like, I don't care if people are up in my business, because if you my friend and you like on my Facebook and shit, like, I obviously invited you to be into my shit, you know, like, and that's what my mom don't get. Like, me and my mom, we bump heads a lot because we're so much alike, and it's kind of weird, but I go off on tangents and shit, so bear with me. But like, me and my mom's she gets mad at stuff that I put on Facebook. Like, she thinks it's disrespectful when I say bitches and all that. And you know, like, she's an older generation, so she don't know. But I haven't talked to her in a week. She's out in Texas right now, and she ain't talking to me because shit like that, Facebook. But I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth, because I'm going to always say what I feel, regardless of what anybody think, even with my mom's, like, whatever. Eventually we'll start talking again, but yeah. Ah, shit, I forgot where I was going with the whole girlfriend thing. Yeah, let me skip back. So me and my ex, we broke up probably like last year, in like October or something like that. And if you're in love with somebody and they just cut off contact with you, you go a little bit crazy, like, straight up. If you don't, then you really didn't care about that person as much as you thought you did. But yeah, so like, I never stopped thinking about her and stuff. And like, I got with another chick probably like, and it was messed up, and that's why like I try to tell people, like, I'm not trying to date nobody right now, because like, I'm still not over her. Like, I ain't gonna say like, if she jumped back in my life, I would be like, hell yeah, let's get back together. But like, I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be an option, because when you love somebody, you don't ever just stop loving them. As far as I could tell, I don't have much experience on the shit, but it's true. So we split up for a year, and then we got back together in December, and we dated for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden I get a text message saying it's just not working out, and blah blah blah. So again, I got broken up with. Everybody think like I'm a real ladies man and shit, but I'm not. Like, I probably had like 4 girlfriends ever, and shit. After this one, it kind of made me not want to be with one. But I don't know, man. Like, you know, like, people be saying like it's better to love than not have loved at all. I don't necessarily agree with that, because like, if I had the opportunity, I probably wouldn't have gone through this knowing the outcome that I am in now. I probably wouldn't do it again. But yeah, like, that's a little insight on that shit. Like when we got back together and shit, like the second time, we would fight over this little thing right here. And everybody probably like, man, you pussy for keeping that. Like, but this like reminds me of like that saying that if you love something, let it go. I don't know the rest of the shit, but you know the shit did come back. So she came back, but she left again. Whatever. I kept that shit. And I can talk about me and Mike's situation. Me and him, like, boys forever. And then, like, it's just a misunderstanding between me and him. We're not, like, real cool right now, but I know eventually we will be again. But right now we ain't really talking that much. But that's my boy, and you know, I love him. I'm from a family that, you know, like, doesn't hug and say I love you and shit. So for me to say that, it really means a lot. But I don't know, shit, like, when life gets hard, you just gotta say fuck it and just, you know, do you. Because life does go on regardless, you know. My ex is still living her life. It didn't stop when we broke up. I didn't stop living my life. Yeah, my mom's still living her life. We ain't talking. Mike is still living his life. We ain't talking that much. Shit, life goes on. You just gotta do you at the end of the day. I know generally my videos are more uplifting and shit, and happy and jokey and shit, but I don't know, I just wanted to, be real with y'all for a minute, cause I know, like, some people want to know, but if you don't, then you probably stopped watching a long time ago. But if not, you still watching this shit and you listening to me, excuse me, sorry, I don't really know what else to talk about, cause, like, my ADD and shit be, like, having me different places, and I lose what I was trying to talk about. So yeah, maybe if I figure out what I'm gonna talk about again, maybe I'll make another video or something. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all later, probably, maybe, if I feel like it. All right, deuces.